bidding processes and right to know. So, because of the confusion with the bidding thing, and I put this on there, so I sent everybody the purchasing handbook by email, but you can get it printed out too. I think there'll be less confusion if we go back to the employee and the supervisor handbook and look at the procedures, and then it won't be, so I'm just throwing that on the table to everybody get it written form or look at it electronically. If you have recommendations or whatever to change it or whatever, but then we can just follow that. And if anybody wants to change, and then that'll stop like the confusion. We're just all new to working with each other, we have new staff, we have new, so maybe that'll help just follow. Okay, the right to know. So I had sent an email to you guys earlier in the week, but I didn't get much response other than I did get Janice's response, but I didn't know how you guys felt. I'm looking at the right to knows on the Maple bill, no offense.
I'll take it.
That, there is a lot of money that goes out. What?
I agree.
There's a lot of money that goes out doing right to knows with Dennis Maple's office. And I didn't know, and when I saw
Got the fence
the
up,
amount,
open that pipe on.
I asked him like, what is the average? He said that he doesn't do right to knows for any of his other townships. Yeah. Do right to knows, right? Other than
If it's something,
being
if it's something
question with
significant, we do, if it's something, then we get involved with litigation.
if he has to redact stuff from his, from litigation or something, but he doesn't on a regular basis fill right to knows on callers and stuff. So I had reached out to you guys to say, how do you feel that now that there's a bigger staff here about doing them in-house? And I'm fully okay, I don't know that it's any shorter, so, Diana used it, she had a form letter for a 30-day extension saved on her computer. She was automatically would send out an automatic 30-day, unless it was something really, really easy. And then she would, or I would gather the information, she would, send it over to Megan. Megan would review it, and then she would write the letter granting them. But I think when someone comes in with a right to know and they give it to Laura, then she goes and stamps it, then his office doesn't have the information given. So the staff still has to pull all the information. So it's still, so they gotta pull the information, send it to your office, and then your office.
The thing, I think that what you're trying to say, is something that involves a legal situation, like, redacting things.
I would have no problem with the staff asking you for assistance, like on call your office or whatever and say, can I give this, like I think there was one this week where a gentleman on McChain Road had gotten a complaint from Tammy and immediately did a right to know to see who filed the complaint. I at first thought I would have given it to him. I'm saying, I saw your office denied it, and then he came to my business asking why, and I thought about it, and I go, it's potential litigation. If you do have a zoning violation or something, we may have to take you to court, and, but I didn't know why, but, so I get that there'll be questions along the way. I just don't think it's quicker, I don't think it saves.
Get the right to know if she has a tendency that maybe Dennis needs to have a conversation and we decide how to do it, do the non-legal ones in-house.
That's what I'm saying, like, I have no problem with this, I don't know, I don't wanna add any more work to the staff, but I think it's about the same amount of work to take it in, send it to his office sends an extension letter, they pull the information, they get it together and send it to his office, who looks at it no matter how easy it is, and then sends back, and then ultimately, yes,
I agree.
It's a lot of.
Maybe a case by case basis.
And when I saw his bill was over $2,000 in right to know for the months that he
We should
just
get a
issued.
discount.
So when I work with federal government, the United States, tons of training on how to fill these requests. I don't know if the staff might feel better, that's some training in the area, because people will be.
Well, Janice did answer the email stating that she's confident in doing it. She's just not sure about the time, but in whether or not her staff has time to do it.
You should make it cut, because she can handle.
This is what, I'll be honest with you, Charlotte, the attorney at Mr. Makel's office that handles the right to knows, her name is currently on the open records office as the open records officer for Union Township. She is very hesitant leaving her name as that person and not having control. And I understand that too, so the answers ultimately will have to come from this office, even if they reach out to Makel and Associates. She does not wanna be the open records officer unless she is handling the right to knows, and I get that. So it's either gonna be us doing it with assistance from Charlotte when needed, or it's gonna be the way it is now. So Charlotte being the open records office.
Where do you?
I think we should discuss it further, and with the board. I'd like to just sit down and discuss other options.
Yeah, there was no vote tonight, I was just bringing it up because you guys hadn't answered my email, so,
I don't understand.
I'm sorry.